I'm assuming I can start now, is that correct? I love him. The purple man, Georgie. No, all right. So again, my name is Purple Tramble, and I'm here to do a special announcement. So I was very passionate about the project from the beginning, but was more intrigued by Sam Bruce's story. The Tuskegee Airmen Inc. Seattle chapter is named after Sam Bruce, but I still wondered why there was not more recognition for this local historic figure. So I went online and researched it for myself. I found out that it was possible to proclaim a day for a historic figure. I remember I told one of the interns, it can happen, anything is possible if you only believe. So I filed it. It was the last day before the deadline. You had to file 4 weeks in advance, and that day happens to fall on today, August 29, 2012, which also happens to be Michael Jackson's birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. And the day of the ceremony, like it was really meant to be. I am also a Seattle native, Gates Millennium Scholars Program alum, and Howard University alum. At Howard University, At Howard University, they teach us to give back and preserve the history in our communities. So I'm very happy with this proclamation, do just that. It gives me great pleasure to be able to share with all the interns, the Northwest African American Museum, the Sam Bruce chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen Inc., and the Deputy Mayor of Seattle, and all the family and friends of the participants, the first Sam Bruce Day. Sam Bruce, a Seattle native and alum of Garfield High School, and only Seattle area African-American airman killed during World War II, tongue twister. On the 29th day of August, we salute you. I now present to you the Deputy to the Mayor, Darrell Smith. We will be presenting this proclamation to Tommy Lamb. He's the, yeah, are you here? Okay.
Congratulations, it's really a pleasure to be here. It is a beautiful piece, and thank you for the submittal. It's very, very appropriate. So I wanted to just say a few words, but most importantly, what a great job these young people did exploring and researching their history, our history, and thank you to the Tuskegee Airmen for what you've done for the United States of America and for all of us in this room. I'm not going to read the whole whereas in the proclamation, but the most important part is that the City of Seattle joins with all of you, and Mayor McGinn requests all of us to remember and celebrate this day as Sam Bruce Day in the City of Seattle. So of course, it's fantastic to be back here at the Northwest African American Museum. It's such a great pleasure to be here. It's such a great institution, a place that preserves and investigates and strengthens African American culture and history. We saw that in full evidence by this tremendous film that these young people have put together. So I'm very proud that the city supports this program through our Parks and Recreation Department. It's a great program at 2 locations, and I know we'll hear from folks at Yesler in just a little bit. And we mean that. And the City of Seattle just recently, Mayor McGinn, last week as a matter of fact, announced a $25,000 grant to this institution, the Northwest African American Museum. Right. You won't see the $25,000. It's going to all go into the HVAC system and wiring, but you know that's really important because we can't have spaces like this to provide opportunities for young people to show their stuff to us without making sure that the institution itself is in good physical shape. So we're very proud to have made that grant to this great organization. So being familiar with one's history and your culture is vital. You don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So, you know, I took my nephew, Malik, to see Red Tail some months back when it came out, and he knew nothing about the history of the Tuskegee Airmen, and that really sparked his imagination to go to Google and do some research. So, young people, again, thank you for all you've done to bring this out. I hope that many people get the opportunity to see it. And the fact that these students spent this summer learning about their history of the Tuskegee Airmen in the Pacific Northwest, creating this video, it's an impressive landmark to help educate other young people in the Pacific Northwest, and certainly in the Seattle School District. It's really important that we recognize as well people like George Hickman, who just passed just a few days back, and what he gave to the city of Seattle. We have such pride in his accomplishments, and of course, many people remember his warm handshake and great smile at sporting events, but they need to also know that he made a great contribution, not just to the city of Seattle, but to the United States of America. So thank you for that special recognition for Captain Hickman as well. So as generations pass, we have to do this. We have to keep these stories alive, and that's why the Sam Bruce chapter is so very, very important. So again, congratulations. Today is Sam Bruce Day. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very pleased to celebrate